think if you're looking in from the outside, I think it looks like a place that is just complete chaos.
It's just, sometimes it's hard here, and sometimes the kids, the things that they live through are hard.
It's like the drugs, the alcohol, the homelessness.
Vacant lots, abandoned houses.
I don't think that there's very high expectations for the people of Portland.
Sometimes what we don't see, and it took me a couple years before I even saw it, is the rose bushes.
And what other people don't realize is that, there are people that have gone off to college and they choose to live here. Not only because, they want to minister to this neighborhood, but because they love it.
We have a vision that we will have a Christian leader in every home. And that somehow, some way, that will change our neighborhood. That some of the violence that we see, some of the abuse that we see, some of the neglect and lack will disappear, will go away. That God will heal our land one life at a time.
For more than 20 years, the Portland Promise Center has been faithfully serving the people of the Portland neighborhood.
When we first started coming here, I think we just had a little after-school program, handful of kids, a little shotgun house. And that program has grown into a kind of a full-blown Christian community development model.
Today, the Portland Promise Center has become a thriving, faith-based development ministry. As part of the Learning Center, children are offered one-on-one homework completion and reading assistance from the help of dozens of volunteers.
A lot of children in this Portland area, a lot of them have a chance. A lot of them have a chance, and I think the ones that have the chance are the ones that's building a foundation with the Portland Promise Center.
Children here are loved. They are encouraged, and they are inspired to build a strong foundation of education and faith.
And then you don't do drugs, you don't smoke, and
you don't need no money.
Yeah, you don't need any money to get to Jesus.
We want the children to, not necessarily that we preach to them, but that they see God in us.
Very good.
Beyond the classrooms, kids participate in a variety of after-school activities. These programs provide the opportunity for children to interact with adults who inspire them in healthy ways.
And they've become the heartbeat of this ministry.
We're here to bring hope and love and some expectations for the kids and love on them.
As the ministry of the Portland Promise Center has increased, so have the programs being offered. The Promise Center has become a place where adults can work towards their GED. It's a place where youth can interact with local law enforcement to develop strategies for making their neighborhood a safer place to live. It's a place where kids are encouraged and dreams are started. For many of these students, the Portland Promise Center is a place that inspires them to reach higher than they ever dreamed. Today, for the people of the Portland neighborhood, advanced education is becoming a reality.
I'll be the first one to graduate from high school and college. I feel like if it wasn't for the center, kind of leading me into that way and letting me know that there are other options in life that I can, make something of myself and be a part of society.
One reason the Promise Center has had such an impact are the staff and volunteers.
Yeah, I see a lot of myself and a lot of the kids around here. And that's hard, because I grew up and got out of that, but I see the struggles that they have, and I see the good personalities that they're holding on to, and I don't want that to be ripped from them.
It's like, for me, having a family that I never had, it makes me feel loved because I've never been loved before. And it's a lot of love over them. And when I cry, they cry too.
For the people of the Portland neighborhood, the Promise Center has become more than a place to send kids after school. It's become a place where relationships are built, where healing takes place, where dreams are realized, and where love is shared.
I see hope. I dream dreams about them. I see them living into what God has called them to do.
You know, sometimes I think, what an audacious thing to do, to name the ministry the Promise Center. You know? And then I remind myself I'm not the one that made the promise. God made the promise. And what keeps me hanging on is when I see our children and the hope that they bring to know that we have some parents whose lives have been changed, and they're going to be raising their children a little different than they were raised. To see God changing lives, transforming lives. You know, that makes you want to keep coming back, you know. It makes you want to stay.